Have we ever studied the repertory? What do you mean by when we say, you should study the repertory? And you may say, okay, we have studied the repertory in our final year. Am I right? You have studied your repertory in your final year is a half true statement, because most of your final year you need to study facts and philosophies and a lot about the repertory, but not the repertory itself. It's a sad situation, but it is the situation. You need to learn a lot of theory. I'm talking especially to Indian students. You need to learn a lot of theory about the repertory, but not the actual repertory. And only when you come in contact with patients and you start using the repertory practically, only then you start studying the repertory. Now, this can be, this situation can be avoided altogether. You can start studying the repertory itself right now. Wherever you are, even in the first year, second year, it's absolutely okay. You can just open the repertory and start reading, because finally, you've got to use that tool in your whole life for your practice. So what do you mean by studying the repertory? I've just taken an example again to bring this awareness that rubrics are have subtle differences, and different repertories are going to give you different repertories. So this uh, case had a fear of financial loss. And what is the rubric, or what is the remedy that comes to mind? Anybody? Fear of financial loss. Good. Arsenicum aconite bryonia. Yes, that's nice. Calcarea carb. I thought more Calcarea fluor. Yeah, Calcarea fluor. Okay, Naxomica. That's nice. That's nice. Now we'll see what happens. If we go to Fatak's repertory, we have only 3 remedies. And the rubric is fear, anxiety, fright, financial loss of. And there are only 3 remedies: arsenic, Calcarea fluor, and Staphylos aureus. Whereas if you go to the other repertory, which we generally use, which is Kent's repertory, there's no fear of financial loss. This rubric doesn't exist in Kent's repertory. What exists is fear of poverty. Now, can we acknowledge that these are 2 different rubrics actually? These are 2 different rubrics actually. Fear of poverty means that I will be poor. Even if today I am poor or not is not depicted in fear of poverty. I could be poor even today and I could still have a fear of poverty for the future. I want to become rich and I may remain poor. That could be the meaning of the rubric fear of poverty. Whereas in fear of financial loss, it is understood that I have some financial background, I have some financial accumulation today, and I may lose out of it. That much is the difference in these 2 rubrics. And we will use one for the other unknowingly if we don't know that both these rubrics exist differently in different repertories. Just because we are using the Kent's repertory, we may use fear of poverty. Okay. Yeah. So this is what I mean when we need to study the repertory. We need to study different repertories, but we also need to have a very fine understanding of what is given in this specific rubric. what this also implies is that we have to use the exact rubric without changing a word that the patient has used. That is what it means.